So, the 20th of January 2021. Welcome to this next short talk and reflection to accompany our communion service on this day. I hope this finds you well. So, the reading set for this morning is Mark chapter 3, verses 1 to 6. Another time, Jesus went into the synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Some of them were looking for reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he would heal him on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with the shriveled hand, "Stand up in front of everyone." Then Jesus asked them, "Which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill?" But they remained silent. He looked around at them in anger, and deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts, said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was completely restored. Then the Pharisees went out and began to plot with the Herodians how they might kill Jesus. Jesus is an absolutely fascinating character, and I guess our response to Jesus is just as fascinating too. Centuries of very reverential art with serene halos on people's heads has ingrained in us an image of a saintly Jesus, not very approachable, slightly otherworldly. That's reinforced in some way by what I call the Sunday school Jesus, which becomes the staple image of many adults who have heard something about Jesus as a child, but then have not developed that as they have grown older. So Jesus becomes this slightly chummy figure who's always smiley, always gentle, always approachable. The Jesus we read of in Mark is more direct and controversial. There is a roughness in Mark's Gospel, in both the language used about Jesus and the way he is described, which gives it a freshness and directness that our artwork and Sunday school work rather push to one side. So Jesus is recorded of being present at a synagogue on a Sabbath, and he's been keenly watched by the religious elite who frankly want to get rid of him. They clearly do not like Jesus, they are threatened by him. Jesus attends the synagogue on the Sabbath, nothing controversial in that, but what he does is deliberately controversial. That Jesus brings healing and wholeness to individuals is actually not in question here. It is in our day and age, but certainly wasn't there, and this is a much more to the time accurate report. That is important for us in our day and age to recognize. Jesus does bring healing and wholeness to individuals. That is not in question. The controversy here is twofold. Firstly, healing someone was seen as work, and such work should not have been completed on a Sabbath. That is what the Pharisees are angry with. So in Jesus, we begin to see someone who is not as serene as our ancient artwork would describe, nor as simply as smiley as the Sunday school Jesus would want to portray. Jesus wants to break the norms, wants to challenge, and is more than able to take on the strong social forces that were at play as Jesus cuts across all these norms. Secondly, Jesus is very direct with the man who had the damaged hand. In a way, whilst bringing healing and wholeness to this man, he is also bringing controversy to him. This man is brought into the spotlight. In our day and age, we're told that religion is a private thing. That is not the case here. The outworking of Christian spirituality is very communal and, frankly, quite in your face. I mentioned too that our response to who Jesus is fascinating as well. This reading paints a picture of Jesus as so different to what has become ingrained in us. How do we now respond to the image of a controversial Jesus who breaks social norms to make his point? Does that excite us? Does that unsettle us? Does that make us want to know Jesus more? The thing is, Jesus is so much more than who we think he is. We can become complacent with who we see Jesus as. If we're not careful, our understanding of who he is just stays as the Sunday school or the artwork Jesus that has become ingrained in us. This reading must challenge us to think through just how we should respond to Jesus. The man in this story actually didn't have much option, really, did he? Stretch out your hand, Jesus says, and the man finds himself drawn into the controversy of the incident. Are we open to be drawn in to the Jesus controversy? If we are, we may find we encounter healing and wholeness and fulfillment in the most surprising moments. So Jesus brings healing and wholeness, that's not in question. Jesus brings controversy and a cutting across social norms. Are we open to let Jesus act so controversially in our lives? I hope this reading may challenge us to have a wider appreciation and understanding of who Jesus truly is.